Cowboys. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Detroit! Gun!
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Watch him now, Barney. Back 99 Philly, here we go. Gun. Watch him now, Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good gain before he's taken down. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he slides to avoid the hit. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Gun! Detroit!
Looking to throw. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now back to throw. It finds his target, Fuller. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
Detroit!
They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a first and goal. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's where they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on first and goal. He'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on first and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
He'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal?
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a fourth down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like that one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
This will be taken in at the 1. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Hurry, hurry. Lock in.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, Trubisky. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. So 2nd in inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker.
You see it? You see it? Hey, gotta go, gotta go. Ransom. 18.
They give this to Jones. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Let's go. Lock in. Right. Check. Hey, gotta go. Ransom.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a 1st down with his very next run.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Hey, gotta go. Hey, 18.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work. Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
No. Check. Patriot.
They go play action here on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this 1st half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there and gets the good defensive position, able to affect the play.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Miles Garrett in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year.
Leopard! Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And got his man complete. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves him from a 3 and out. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
But he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They're going to look to throw. And his pass incomplete.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner, and usually he's able to use his body and catch the football, but a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They'll set up a throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And his kick is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Now, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
So the false start will back them up 5. And that'll set them back 5. The false start backs them up 5. 1st and 15.
Gotta go. 18.
After the penalty, it's Jones. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. 2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout.
Lock in.
Now Trubisky to throw on second. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky.
Gotta go.
Here's Trubisky. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
That's pulled in at the 32. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at about the 43. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone!
He'll look to throw. He may try and run for this. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 40. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this 1st half. Crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Now it's Trubisky. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st. Now Trubisky on 1st down. A dump underneath to Jones. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the 1st half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw Trubisky on 1st down. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Second and 10, it's Trubisky again. shreds the tackle. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on 1st down. Flush to his right. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Bullock will put this one through. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Give to Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. He'll pick up another first down with that run.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Trubisky. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Go! Hey, gotta go.
On third down, it's Jones. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the play.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. They'll run it now out of the gun. He spins free. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
I would say that's what you call a whole lot for a little, huh?
When you bust that move out of the bag, you hope for more than 4 yards, but hey, 4 is what he got. And they'll run it here. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Flushed out right. He's got Fuller. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill.
Right,
so everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, look at that. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Detroit!
Now the handoff looking right. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. Out of the gun now on third down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Watching that, Barney! Barney! Gun! 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 Gun!
Back to throw now on first down. This will be caught at about the 6. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on second and goal here. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. No gain on the play, and it's going to be second and goal. Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. They come out here in the eye.
Lucky 56. Watching that, Barney. Barney.
They get it to him running left. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. A great effort there with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be a second and long. Now it's Trubisky. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Lock in.
They'll pitch it out to Jones. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Leopard! Gun! 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 Gun!
Now back to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 11. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. Now Trubisky. He's going to go for a big play downfield, and it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They go play action. Trubisky under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Let's see what they draw up here. Third and long following the sack of Trubisky. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get the third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
A gain of 39 that time.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, second and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Saint touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Saints are back within a score. Bullock good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Go, 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 go.
They'll drop to throw. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. It's a big play there on 3rd down. 47 yards. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And on the ground they go with a running back. Oh, good move at the 10. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. He's going to get it running right. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. His 25th touchdown. Tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And he knocks it through. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Trubisky to throw. Now a desperation throw deep. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. 77 yards. And the Saints have cut it back within a score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. And the Cowboys are able to recover. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Down to about the 22 here. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 6, and that ought to just about do it. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two